have you ever heard the saying, don't ever buy a mechanic's car? Why? Well, the mechanics work on stuff, but their own stuff, much like this Mountaineer right here, gets neglected. This thing's got some grindage coming in the front.
Fine when you're not braking. When you brake though, that's not good.
I was actually kind of letting it ride a little bit longer just to see what it looks like, because you see all those videos online, brake calipers, brake rotors, pads just obliterated to nothing left, and I'm like, how could you get that far? This thing sounds just horrible, just a grinding noise. It's overdue time to get that off of there. Oh hey, look, Diesel Power brand. Really disappointed I did not get to go to Heavy D's or Heavy D Sparks auction / garage sale. All kinds of cool stuff that I don't have space for, but I could have made a video and picked up more cool projects. Here's everybody that got their hands on something cool. Now let's get after our own grocery getter here and try to make it so it doesn't sound like you're grinding marbles together or grinding gravel together when you stop. Here we go. This is a 2001 Mercury Mountaineer, and there's some gnarly stuff going on in there. I'm gonna try to do this one flat rate style, i.e. as fast as physically possible, because we just don't have time to do it. You didn't know, most mechanics work flat rate style, and a lot of the different shops where they have a certain amount of time to get things done. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? And things take longer, kind of like this connection. They don't get paid more. They only get paid a certain amount. They get it done faster, otherwise, on the other hand, they will make more money than their hourly rate if they can jam in other jobs. Better jack her up a little. Get all the tools in place, or at least the general tools. Jack, impact, cardboard box to sit on. That wheel's out of there. Oh yeah. Here's the Carnage. That's the grinding noise we're hearing. We'll get the pads off there, take a look at it. You can see a pile of the material. But even that, I mean, that looks nasty, and I can't stand the way that sounds. But that's nothing compared to some of the ones you see on the internet. I mean, like, yeah. Okay, we can use the same impact in there. Probably not. Nope. Grandpa's ratchet to the rescue. This is a 1/2-inch drive we rebuilt. It's got a couple chank spots in it, but ring gear in the head's a little bad. Still works. Sentimental connection there with Grandpa. Ow! Somebody really got on this top one. We found that damaged spot. Oh, it kind of hurt. Ow! Well, we might have sentimentally broke it. Let's see. Okay, different ratchet time. That top one's really cranked down on there. We might have to resort to a bigger ratchet. Oh, I think maybe we broke her loose with Grandpa's ratchet. Okay, head off there. We got a little trick. Done this many times. If you haven't seen it already, take off your master cylinder cap. Take a plastic bag. That's just a piece of trash that we got here in the garbage. Put it back on there. That doesn't let it breathe, so it kind of creates a vacuum suction. Less will drip out of that. Okay. Okay. Flat rate's kicking in here. She is really on there. She doesn't want to go away. Oh yeah, there's no pad left on that side. 3 bolts in it. Why don't you guys tell me? There it is. He bent the dust shield a little. Hell yeah. Straighten that back out. Flat rate, A wouldn't do that. Get roasted on that one. Oops. Or did I just not take the bottom one loose? What's happening here? Where'd it? Well, that's cool. Got one there. Well, I'll be. I think we just got in a hurry. Wait a minute. No, there's 3 bolts there. Take out one we weren't supposed to? Oh, we did. We took out a wheel bearing one. My mistake. We'll just slip that back in there. Okay, yeah, she's dripping, but hopefully that plastic bag will keep it from draining the whole thing out. At least, maybe. Might have a hole in it. Didn't recover. We took out one of the bolts from the wheel bearing by mistake. But to put that back in, there's only 2 on the bracket. We got a brand new bracket, brand new rotor, brand new caliper, obviously brand new pads. Doing it all up new. This thing's pretty crusty. Probably could shove it back in, but it might stick and ruin our new rotor. So here we go. Let's get this all lubed up. Call me Silver Streak. Don't like to beat rotors off here. We can. Impact hammer helps a lot. But if we can help it, prefer not. Got our bolt for the wheel bearing. Clean her off there. A little bit of Loctite, Vibra-Tite, and it'll like that. Be like that never came out. It all brand new. It's like a sports car now. Got a box of goodies here. Pay no attention to the fact that this has been back here for like a month. Brand new caliper. It's like brand new pads right here. A bunch of clips. Alright, I'm going to have to put you down and pick up one of these. This thing is all shiny and new. Bracket included. Rebuilt caliper. I always get the coated caliper and bracket. That way I don't have to monkey around wasting time on cleaning these pins. A lot of times you can clean them, but the casing is all swelled up tight and just rust jacked, so it binds anyways. So we don't want to deal with that. We got this new one. Came with its own bag of goodies. Always lubricate the spots where the clips go. To get really fancy, you get a little brush, maybe some high temp grease. While we're in here, so the piston, looks like that goes in there. Anti-rattle clip or something of that nature. Cool. Okay, there we go. Sitting on an air hose. Ow, no, pry bar. Okay, that's in there. Okay. Put a little grease in there as well. Now let's see if we can get the pads in. Oh. Also lube this side. Oh man, you guys are just gonna lose it with this grease in here, huh? That's okay. It'll work. Okay. So squeaker inside usually. Okay. We got ourselves a loaded brand new caliper. Of course we're going to tighten these bolts, make sure they're tight when we get it up there. Now we're ready to slap it on there. Well, you might not have seen in the dark because we were trying to get this done before it got dark, and obviously it didn't happen. We struggled with the clips a little bit. We got the clips on there. All we need to do now is make sure our caliper slide bolts are tight, because we did not tighten those or check those, and then also check the torque on our bracket. That thing is good to go. Completely lost my glasses in this process, and everything takes longer than you expect. Let's go over to the other side and do it in more dark, just for fun. No, actually we have to get it done because, well, yeah, can't have this. Have to drive this. My glasses out of the Loctite brake fluid, okay. See again, we gotta do all this on the other side. Side has a special spring-loaded bleeder screw. The other side doesn't have it, but we're gonna close that up just in case it's not working, and then disconnect it and move over to the other side. We'll come back before we're all done and redo this side, but I think we're on the way to victory here. All right, we're gonna hit those with a torque wrench, snap our crusty decorative cover back on there, and you know, this is real life. This is why You know, we're driveway mechanicing right now because the shop is full of dump trucks and derby forklifts and cabinets and all kinds of other things. So, you know, real life we have to work on everything, not just the cool projects. Now the grocery getter can go pick up groceries without grinding the piss out of the rotor. There was no pad left. I'll show you. Okay, this side had maybe a little bit of pad. Now where's the other side? The other side was bare metal, just digging in. There she is. This bare metal just like roaching right into the rotor. And even so, the back of the rotor is just crusty from rust and falling apart, but the front of the rotor is what was grinding. That's the grindy sound we had, metal on metal right there. And that doesn't even look that bad. How do they get those people where there's no rotor left, where the caliper is worn in two? Yeah. Now we can send those things back, get our core charge on those, and we make this thing go to the grocery store, the gym, and anywhere else we need to go for that matter. Thanks for watching, everybody. Here comes the meat wagon. One thing I didn't mention, if you look really close at your wheels and pay attention to what's going on, you'll see signs like, I don't know how good it's coming in on the camera, but you'll see signs like that, this real heavy rusting, and that is just the metal from the rotor and or the pads just stripping off, coming out here as dust and shavings and rusting to the wheel. We're going to get that cleaned off of there. Might even do a paint job on this because the coating's all peeling. One other thing I didn't mention is if I notice the brake fluid is dark or black in color, I try to flush the lines or bleed it extra to cycle all that through there, get all the crusty old stuff out, get fresh, brand new brake fluid in. Get a close enough look here. This is the brake pad on the passenger side that was grinding. The pad's completely gone. This shiny part here is not pad, that's actually steel where it was kind of friction welding and picking up and dropping on the rotor itself. The other side has a little bit of pad left right there, but it was pretty much the same condition. And here's the rotor. You can see the grooves and the grinding, and there's some metal deposited right there. But, I mean, compared to what some of the rotors look like in some of those online videos, like this thing's still solid. It's still here. Doesn't look good. It's gnarly. How long do you gotta drive until the rotor is gone or the pad's completely gone, no metal left? I mean, this thing's solid, and this sounded nasty, like basically like gravel grinding together to stop. And I couldn't hardly stand it because we did have to drive it a couple times. Fixed now. Ooh, a magnet. Infinity. Not really my style. Still cool. Rock Auto.